Na mtazamaji, tukirejea humu nchini ni kuwa baraza la magavana nchini likiongozwa na gavana wa Kakamega Bwana Wycliffe Oparanya wamesisitiza miungano ya wauguzi na ile ya matabibu kwa kuendeleza mgomo wao, wakidai migomo hiyo ni kinyume na sheria. Mwenyekiti wa baraza hilo ametoa onyo kwa wahudumu wote wa afya wanaogoma kurejea kazini au wapigwe kalamu. Hii inajiri baada ya miungano ya wauguzi na matabibu kulalamika kuwa baraza hilo la magavana limekataa kutia saini mkataba wa maelewano kwa wao ili kuweza kurejea kazini.
We have also been working along the journey of ensuring that we motivate our knowledge workers. As we speak, we are dealing with their promotions. We are also dealing with confirmations. Those of them that were employed recently and have maybe been on duty for more than 6 months, we are confirming them. In other words, it's also going to allow us to look for some part of our resources to ensure that we save for their retirement. A number of them have also gone to school and further their studies. Those of them with certificates like nursing have also acquired higher grades like diploma, so they require what they call redesignations. So those are ongoing. We have also the annual increment. So those are areas that are really taking a huge part of our resources. Going into what is in place, I want to point out that as governors, at all times we want to appreciate those of them that are allowing us to serve our people well. At this moment in time, when the whole world is facing this pandemic, many times all of us wonder as to why there is this lockout. In Baringo, to be specific, in 2018, we ensured that the CPA that was entered into in 2017 was honored. And we paid over 200 million to healthcare workers. Within the course of last year, there was also a strike. And we ensured that we sat, we dialogued, and agreed. But within a short time, that's almost 1 month later, there was now the strike that has taken, the period that has taken to date. So what I want to point out is this, that as governors, we have not been really watching all these scenarios. We have been discussing with our unions in the ground. But when it came to now, what we are all aware, that they wanted that increase of the risk allowance, that condition of service. Because they are not talking about remuneration in such, that's about salary, they are talking about the condition of service. We also sat and discussed with them that they are coming at a time that we are through with our budget. And that at the same time, we don't have resources. They were almost like appreciating that they understand where we are. But now their demand has actually taken us to feel the pinch of them being out of service for this period of time. So where I've come here is to inform you that we are mindful of them. We appreciate what they are doing for us. They're sacrificing a lot. But we have done to the level best of our ability and to the level best of our understanding of our resources. In the ground, we are not making business. You are aware of our GDP. It went up to minus. Now it's improving a bit. So where would we get money to pay? So I've come also here to appeal to them that they should also be very considerate. Those who have on strike are now 4 cadres. In some counties there are 2, in some counties are 1. But in the healthcare sector we have 17 cadres. And what we are doing was, if one cadre goes on strike, and because they work together in the same facility, we usually consider the entire 17 cadres. That notwithstanding, we have the rest of the employees in the county who don't have unions. Some even don't have associations. So as an employer, and in order for us to serve our people well, we must consider all of them. So we are at a point of sharing the cake. But the demands of the 2 unions is huge, and we cannot realize their demands. In the healthcare sector, Baringo, we put 51% of our resources into the healthcare. It's the highest. Baringo and some other counties have gone beyond the 35% ceiling that's set in the Constitution. We are at 55.7%. So we cannot be in a position of really meeting those demands. So what we do is, we have agreed with them that we are going to confirm all of those that have actually been on job for 6 months. We have confirmed all of them. Promotions, we are dealing with it according to cadres. The common cadre, we are actually considering their promotions. The rest have to apply according to the scheme of service. So that is what is in place. We are a developing country, we are not a developed country. And all of us are aware that resources are ever limited. So my appeal, we don't want to actually remove anyone from the job. But we want to appeal to them to be more considerate. The 13 counties, we want to appreciate the nurses, the doctors, the clinicians who have accepted to go back to work. So the rest should follow suit and come back to serve our people. Because of COVID, many hospitals are congested. So my appeal is, please come and support our brothers and sisters who are healing. He's your neighbor, he's your brother, he's your sister. So consider to serve them, because there is a tomorrow. And when resources are available, we shall ensure that we make some increments here and there. That is my appeal. Yeah, I was in the union. We have all gone on strike. But there's a time that you also need to look onto the larger part of the country, that we are all Kenyans. To retreat is not cowardice. To retreat does not mean you lose. So the leadership of the KUKO, the leadership of the Union of Nurses, who have been with us for quite some time in dialoguing and discussing this issue. My appeal is to you that we are all Kenyans. This COVID-19 is ravaging our society. We are losing people. Allow your members, as we have said, to come back and work. Do service for us. So, Mr. Chairman, because you had mentioned all this, mine was to just make that appeal. Allow me to request you, please, to come and conclude on our behalf. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm being requested that I read the statement that I had read earlier because the cameras were not there, and thereafter we will release them to go. We remain with the editors to ask questions because this was your meeting with us. So I have agreed to actually read the press statement from the Council of Governors. The Council of Governors is utterly concerned by the decision of the Union to undertake industrial action, which has persisted for the last 1 month despite the ongoing global pandemic and court orders. The Council considers this move to be against the right to life and the right to the highest attainable standards of health care as guaranteed under Article 26 and 43 of the Kenya Constitution. We deeply appreciate the commitment and the selflessness of healthcare workers who are and remain at the front line in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. It is on this premise that the Council is saddened by the move by the Union. The Council of Governors would like to inform members of the public that health being devolved function, county governments have been on the forefront to ensure that the interests of all workers are upheld. In 2017, the health sector experienced industrial action whereby doctors and nurses went on strike for 100 and 153 days, respectively. This paralyzed the health sector, resulting to deaths of innocent Kenyans. This led to the negotiations which resulted to an increase in the salaries and allowances of the healthcare workers. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to inform members of the public that prior to devolution, healthcare workers were remunerated in the following manner. Doctors' entry level was at Job Group L, and in 2017, county government reviewed and revised the same to Job Group M at a gross salary of $234,750 per month. Certificate nurses' entry level was enhanced to Job Group G with a monthly gross salary of $71,870, up from $49,370, with uniform allowance of $10,000 per month, paid annually. A registered clinical officers with a diploma entry level of Job Group H had a gross salary of $56,130, and the counties have now revised the same to a gross salary income of $83,700 380 per month. Currently, the health workers are enjoying the following allowances as a result of efforts made by county governments. Doctors, increase emergency call allowance from 30,000 per month to 72,000. Can you see that increase? For job group M, N, and P, and 80,000 for job group Q and above. Increase risk allowance from 10,000 to 20,000 per month. Clinical officers, health service allowance of 20,000 per month for job group G to M, emergency call allowance of 10,000 per month. Other health cadre were increased to 7,000.